Vision anchor Jorge Ramos on Tuesday, he, like many observers, saw some signs of softening in Trump's position. However, he also said he didn't think it would matter to most Hispanic voters. So what's his assessment tonight? Jorge Ramos joins us now. Jorge, last night in Donald Trump's speech, he said that those undocumented immigrants who would be targeted for immediate removal would have been those who have committed crimes, those who have overstayed their visas. According to the Washington Post, that comes to about 6 million people. You know, is that at all a realistic goal? Even the mass deportations under Eisenhower, I mean, their estimates vary greatly, but even at the very max, they could have only deported around 1 million people.
Exactly, and we're talking about the largest mass deportations in U.S. history. So before he wanted to deport 11 million, correct? So that means about 15,000 every month. So now he wants to deport about 6 million. That would be about 7,000, 8,000 every single day. So how is he going to do that? I don't know if you had the opportunity, as I reported, I've done a few times, in which if you've seen a raid, how inhumane it is, how violent it is when police officers, or in this case immigration agents, go to a house and separate parents from their kids. So is that going to be the policy of Donald Trump? Is that exactly what he's suggesting? That's a politics of fear. And that's precisely what I think he suggested last night in Phoenix, Arizona.
I think what struck a lot of people also yesterday was the differences in tone we saw from Donald Trump. In Mexico, we saw one Donald Trump. In Phoenix, a very different message. I wonder, what do you make of that sort of, I don't know if dissonance is the right word. I mean, obviously a lot of politicians are different in different settings, but to see it sort of juxtaposed so quickly was interesting.
And then let's start with Mexico City. Somebody is lying. It's either Donald Trump is lying when he said that nothing was discussed on who was going to pay for the wall, or the president of Mexico, Enrique Peña Nieto, was lying when he said that he did tell Donald Trump that Mexico was not going to pay for the wall. Whatever happened in that press conference, Donald Trump was not aggressive at all. He just said that he, of course, wanted to build a wall, but that's about it. And then something happened in Phoenix, Arizona. Those who were talking last week about a softening or a shifting of the campaign are completely wrong. Donald Trump is back in his own game. He's proposing deportations. He wants a wall. He wants to deny citizenship for 4.5 million children who have at least one undocumented parent. So yes, we saw two completely Donald Trumps. However, at the end, what he is insisting is on being tough on immigrants.
You wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post today about the meeting with the Mexican president. And in part, you said Trump also showed he is a doer. A meeting that would ordinarily have taken months to arrange by U.S. and Mexican bureaucracies was put together in just a few hours. He left Mexico City with his immigration plan still intact and without offering an apology to the Mexican people. You also declared him the winner of the meeting. How so?
Well, I think so. Not ready for Donald Trump. Peña Nieto, lately, he's been accused of plagiarism. He's been accused of corruption. More than 52,000 people have died in the first 3 years of his government. So he needed something new to change the narrative of a failing presidency. He failed completely.
You know, we're hearing of defections from Trump's Hispanic Advisory Council. Alfonso Aguilar, one of Trump's most prominent Latino surrogates, has withdrawn his support, saying he was misled. Do you buy that? Because Trump really has not changed his policy all that much. I mean, maybe it's not 11 million people who are going to be deported, but as you know, the Washington Post is saying, as we just talked about, 6 million.
I'm not sure if he misled anyone. Since the beginning, on June 16, 2015, when he said Mexican immigrants were criminals and drug traffickers and rapists, that hasn't changed. And many Republicans, obviously, they're having a hard time leaving the party or not supporting Trump. And maybe they were hoping for some miracle. That miracle just didn't happen. After listening to Donald Trump in Phoenix, I think he already lost the Hispanic vote, and he already gave up on Latinos. I don't think his plan has anything to do with Latinos. His plan, his strategy is to win the White House without Latinos. I don't think he can do it.
Jorge Ramos. Jorge, thanks.
Thank you.
Well, coming up, we'll see what new polling shows about how Donald Trump's doing in key battleground